Okay, start off with the classic. All right, right hand grip. We can do left sided. And if you guys are really good at this, if it's boring to you to do right hand O Soto Gari, if you've done too many thousands, then just do left sided. Practice that, because you're going to find yourself in a different grip sometimes, and you don't want to be. Instead, if you're ambidextrous, I like to grip both sides myself, and I do, of course, have throws that are better on one side than the other. But if you can do both grips and both sides, it'll be to your advantage. So, right side grip, right foot forward a little bit. Okay, you usually want to do this when your foot's forward. Okay, I see a lot of people pull and then they're coming in. But the basic here is, like I said, I usually like to start a little bit to the side. Then you have to do this. Okay, but so if you're already over here, then you're already straight forward instead of coming across. But either way, the kazushi is out here, right? In here, over here. All right, not like this. A lot of kids and adults do this. Okay, that's wrong. But that does give you chest contact, but it doesn't off balance your opponent. You need both. You need chest contact or at least shoulder contact, and off balancing your opponent. So take the step. It should be about a foot away, more or less a foot away. Okay, too close, you're going to run into their knee. Too far, you're going to get countered. It's not going to work very well. Your hands are like this. So, all right, head a little forward, maybe back like this. You get thrown a little forward, and then the sweep here. Okay, pointed toes. All right, I see a lot of this sometimes, kids especially, and this is not going to work. You're either going to hit them in the back here and give them a nice bruise in their calf, or if you don't get the sweep very well, it can easily just come right off. This provides a little hook, little natural hook for you. You might as well use it. Just sometimes these little things are what make the difference. Okay, and then the throw is here, here, and I like to stay in control. Okay, for the armbar, for the pin, or whatever. And you can also, I tell the kids, I ask them, how hard can you throw Soto Gari or any throw? And I tell them, as hard as you want, but make sure your opponent lands properly and help your opponent lay up. Okay, and since we're all here learning and we're not really trying to hurt each other, it helps them and it helps you, because then you learn control. Okay, because I'm here, I want to compete and work out with all varieties of people, and I want them to come back and want to work out with me. I don't want them to avoid me because I smash them all the time. I mean, if you're competing in the Olympics and world competition, you're going to be stepping up your game, and you're going to be working with people who are going to be falling all over you and vice versa. But for now, I like to be the gentle way. All right, so I can throw them, I can sweep them as hard as I want, but I like to make sure that he falls properly. Okay? Hold him up. Sometimes I almost fall over, but if you can get this, this is kata, and there's a reason for it. Armbar.
He also fell correctly.
I'm sorry?
He fell correctly.
Yeah, it's good to have, it's always good to have a good uke. Thank you. Yeah. And so as an uke also, to help your opponent, you just want to be somewhat loose and somewhat stiff. It's kind of going to be too stiff, going to be too flexible. You want to be sure you're not stiff arming, you're relaxed, but then take the fall. So you want to stiff up your body a little bit, and you take the fall. Try to land properly. Okay. So, we all know this, right? I think you were here last time, but do you know this one? Okay. So, let's just do it again for a few minutes. Okay, we won't dwell on it. to practice the kazushi with both hands. Remember this one, don't leave this behind. This is very common, leave this one behind here, and he's not off balance. So if you can keep it in front of you, all the better. And like I said last week, people who do this grip, that's fine. Here, you have to bring it towards you then. Get his head off balance. Okay. And think about a nice sweep here. If you're going to sweep, it's not just here and push. Okay, that's very common. Beginners, kids especially, when you want to do this and then push. It's not going to work. It's going to step around it. Okay. So you don't want to go too far up, right? Too far back, and have your head a little forward, but you do want to bring your head up, or rather your leg up, and your toe pointed. Okay. And so you get a nice sweep along the leg. Then we'll work on some other maybe combinations or how to get into it, variations that we went over last Monday, and maybe some new ones. Okay, so just for a few minutes, get into it again.